Exciting news! The Planet Peterson store on Shopify is now open. Click the top link in the description to go to Shopify, where you can check out shirts, stickers, digital artwork, and more. Thank you.
I see some questions saying the Big Bang happened.
Well, that's not really a
So,
question. We know it happened.
um, can you prove scientifically?
It's a scientific theory. It has been proven scientifically. The only reason we know about it is because of science. Where
Just
did you think the
some,
where did you think the idea of the Big Bang came from? Did you think some guy named Kevin just one day said it happened?
I mean, the question is, um, 1,000 years ago, science man, is it equivalent to nowadays science mindset? That's
I
the
have
question. You
I
got to
have
answer yourself.
I have no idea what you just said. We're talking about the Big Bang, and so what we're talking about is, you said how can it be proven scientifically? Science is the instrument that discovered the Big Bang.
So, like, the discovery that you're talking about is it like what we can see with our naked eye?
No, you need
Let's say like,
technology to know deep things about the natural world. You need technology. And we used technology and science to discover the Big Bang.
but what if that technology is inaccurate or just something
What if it is?
misleading?
Then what should we do? We should use science to further investigate it, right?
So science doesn't stop in one place, right?
No, it never does. I'm looking for, like, you agree we should use science to further investigate the Big Bang?
So I don't think only we can use science, but we can use other beliefs too, right?
Like what?
I mean, we can, okay, faith. Okay, so
Okay,
let's
now
say,
how do you use faith to figure out if something is true?
okay, I'm not saying faith, but like
No, you
religion,
are saying
right?
faith. That is what you said. Okay? So
Okay,
how do you
okay.
use faith to figure out if something is true?
So, okay, how do I use faith if something is true,
To
right?
figure out if
I,
something is true.
so I cannot say 100% it is true, but I can say there is something that's similar to what we are questioning.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell us how it works.
So let's say, okay, like I'm not talking about individual belief, but I'm talking about as a religion perspective, okay? So when say a creation, and in scientific world we can say Big Bang, right? So Big Bang is like who caused that Big Bang? That's the question. Who created the Big
Nope.
Bang at the first
That's
point?
not the question. The question is, how do we use faith to figure out if something is true? Because you said it can be used. This whole thing started with you talking about science and how can we scientifically prove the Big Bang happened. That's how it was discovered. And then you said, well, no, but there are other ways of figuring things out. And I said, like what? And you said faith. Now tell me, how can we use faith to figure out if
Okay.
something is true?
So probably I misuse the word faith. I want to use rather than faith. I would say like religion. Like it speaks about it and tell us
Fine.
about it.
Go with
But at the
religion.
same time, yes,
How do you
okay.
use
But at the
religion
same
to
time,
figure out if something is true? We are talking
but
about
here,
methods used to figure out whether or not something is true. That's the only thing you and I are having a conversation about. How do you use
okay,
religion to do it?
okay. I'm not gonna use only religion though. I can use a science too because science is the key. I'm not gonna say like hundred
Then what are,
percent
then what are
is
we
science.
talking about?
So 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 here's the thing, okay? Science question, okay? If the science question, we can look around through different method. Science question It's good. It's good for the science questioning. Okay, but at the same time, it's not only like we can figure out scientific way. We can use other ways too. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know.
parallel.
And I asked you to give me an example of a non-scientific way of figuring out whether or not something is true. I've been waiting for an example. You said faith, and then you changed your mind, because I think I kind of pointed out how, well, I didn't really point anything out. I just asked you, and you had absolutely no answer. So then you said religion, and then I asked you how, and I mean, you're not, I don't think you believe in what you're saying.
Like I don't have to believe on what I'm saying. I just have to just look into it if what I'm saying is can make sense or not. I don't have to believe in that. Believing is something totally different. But here's the thing though. Okay, science say Big Bang. What is the Big Bang in science? The scientific question. Like I just wanna ask the question first. Like what is like the method of like saying this is a Big Bang? Tell me about it.
We
And
live in a
then
universe that expands, and it expanded from an initial state of extremely like extreme density, we could say. Perhaps everything we see in the observable universe was literally unified into some sort of singularity. Perhaps it was something different than that.
so basically like a ripple effect in the ocean on the water. Like you take the
Nope.
rock and you drop it in it, and then like it will like I
Nope.
remark that ripple effect is like expanding,
Nope.
like from single to multiple. That what you're
No.
telling me?
No. It's
Okay.
nothing like that.
Okay. Uh, Let me mention this, but it talks in our belief that God created the universe. But I do agree, like the Earth is a billion years of old. Yeah, it could be more than billion years or billion years, but not accurate 100%. We say, oh, a billion years, like we know the exact number. We don't know that for the fact. Two, uh, we can say the Big Bang, yes, began, but we're not gonna say like the neutrons and electrons and like the photons. These all like happening in one single and then state and then like expanded because scientifically we're not going to prove that. If if that's happened, we want to see in front of our eye that the science man creating that similar universe that we know that that's happened. It's not about like just some guys so like sitting behind the desk and
All right.
so putting the imagination.
Good luck.